Hey guys, what's going on? It's Wednesday, it's hump day, and we've gotten to the alphabet breakdown. It is the letter O, and this letter means so much to me because it's all about out or coming out. And I think that before I even get into my story, I need to make it very clear that this is not just about sexuality. This is about being comfortable with yourself and understanding that the skeletons you have in your closet need to come out and you need to not let them be what's holding you back because you are amazing and beautiful, and whether you are dealing with your sexuality or your weight or your mental health or whatever the case may be, you deserve to live a happy, authentic, honest life. So I guess the only fair way to go about this is to explain to you guys my story. And it's not a grand story. It's not super fantastical or super, grand in any kind of ways, really. It just kind of happened over the course of years. But if you go back to Barrett as a kid, I was happy. I liked Barbies and the color pink, and all my friends were girls. And that was just who I was, and it was okay with me because I was happy, but it wasn't okay to a lot of other people, and that's what made it really hard as I got older. When you're told you're the gay kid and it's put on you, it's not something that you want, and it's not something that you're proud of. It's something you're ashamed of because it's different. And I didn't know what I liked because I was too busy telling people what I didn't like, and I didn't know who I was because I had other people telling me who I was supposed to be, but I didn't even know who I wanted to be. I knew what gay was, but I didn't know what it really meant. And I didn't know that there was different forms of it. So Barrett at 9 didn't know who Barrett was, and Barrett at 10 didn't know who Barrett was, and Barrett at 18 still didn't know who Barrett was. It wasn't until I got to college and went to NYU that I was finally away from all the negativity that plagued my life and the mean people, and I could go, you know what? Maybe there is something different about me, and it's not a bad thing. And I've discussed my first gay date, and I talked about how amazing it was and how it changed my life. But it's what comes after that the real work begins. I first told my friend Irina right after that date, and she was elated for me. And the next day I got to tell 3 of my other girl best friends, and it's always much easier to tell girls because girls tend to be more socially accepting by societal statistics, but that's not always the case. And then from there, it was kind of keeping a secret from a lot of my friends, and that ate me up. And then I graduated college, and I went to have lunch with my mom one day, and my mom and dad were going through a lot of stuff, and my mom and I had lunch, and she told me something very honest when we were sitting in the car about to leave the restaurant. And she looked at me, and it was very real, and I just started to cry sitting in the driver's seat. And my mom was like, "What's wrong?" And I was just like, "I really want to tell you something because you've been honest with me, and I think it's only fair to be honest with you, and you just don't want to disappoint the people you love." So I, through my teary eyes, looked at her, and I was like, "I like boys." And she was like, "Okay." And I was like, "I just don't want you to not love me as much as you do or have this change anything." And I knew it wouldn't, but there's still that little bit of you that's always petrified that they're going to look at you differently. And from there, it was okay. I slowly started telling more people, and it wasn't really till I fell in love with someone that I wanted to tell the world. I told my really great fraternity brothers through a mass text that I was dating someone and I was in love, and it was a guy, and they were like, "That's awesome, we're happy for you, we want you to be you." And it's those experiences that you have the more you come out to people, because it's never just done at once, that make you realize that the people I have in my life, that I really chose to have in my life, are good people who love me for me, and the ones that don't accept me aren't people I want in my life anyways. And then from there, it was telling more people here and there. And then I went to LA, and in LA, they kind of wanted me to go back into the closet so that I could be, or have a chance at really being an actor. And I did it, and it just wasn't me, and I wasn't happy. And I just realized that there was no amount of money or career that could make me want to live anything but authentically. And about a year ago, I decided that I was going to quit the whole industry, and I ended up writing a coming out letter shortly thereafter that I decided I needed to post on Facebook. I had come to terms with who I was, and I just wanted the world to know, and I didn't want to be able to kind of force myself into any place back that was unhappy. So I wrote this open coming out letter, which I am beyond proud is now on Huffington Post. And it just was the last 5 pounds of metaphorical weight that were bogging me down that got lifted off my shoulders. And in that moment, I took the first real deep breath in and out and felt like my life was coming into place. And now I can sit here and talk into my camera and be beyond proud of who I am and who I'm dating and the way I feel. But I know that this isn't the case for everyone, and I want you to know that no matter where you are and what you're going through, again, sexuality or otherwise, you are loved, and there are people that want to see you living true to yourself. I love you. We may not know each other, we may not ever meet, but I love you. My heart is so full just thinking about how lucky I am that I've gotten to go through this already. Times are changing, but it's still really hard, and there's still so many people who are projecting their own insecurities out into the world and making you feel like you shouldn't get to be who you need to be. This isn't something that we pick, it's something that just happens in our chemistry. And it's not a bad thing, and when you're ready to let your freak flag fly, you will know that there are other amazing freaks just like you who aren't freaks at all. Lastly, you may be out and you may be proud or whatever the case may be. Being gay means many different things to many different people, and you don't have to run around with a rainbow flag day in and day out, but you should be authentically you all the time. And that means that you aren't hiding yourself at work or amongst your parents or wherever else, because that's still living all these different lives, and that's what kills us. You need to let yourself be you everywhere you go. It's not your coworker's business who you're sleeping with, but just having the stress of them maybe finding out that there's something about you that they don't know is going to make work all the less enjoyable. Allow yourself to take a deep breath in and out, and admit whatever you need to yourself. It is the first step to becoming originally, perfectly, imperfectly you. There's a whole world of people waiting for you with open arms that are ready to be the support you need, the love that you need, and if you don't know them now, you will find them soon. I love you. I love you so much, and if it's just me telling you that, know that there is someone in the world who cares about you. It is not all hopeless. If you enjoyed this video, my heart is on my sleeve right now, so please give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below or tweet at Barrett Pall, #AskBarrett. Lastly, if you're not subscribing, please subscribe by clicking that little button right there, and you'll get updates for more videos just like this. I love you. I promise it will all be okay. Much love. Have a great day. Bye, guys.